Hey, what's going on? Slacker back here for another episode here on the best #1 Minecraft server, slacker.enchantedmc.net. Now, the server is both Java and Bedrock compatible. All the Bedrock IP and port is in the description. This marks episode #1 of the brand new dungeon season released by EnchantedMC. But yeah, let's not waste any more time and let's get straight into today's episode. So we just went ahead and did our reclaim. We got a ton of keys, 3 pet slots. We also got 3 perk tokens. I actually want to go ahead and do /keys and open them all up right now, just so we can get that easy boost and get a ton of currencies from it, as well as pet boxes and all of those fun stuff. All right, there we go. I just went ahead and opened all of the keys. We have now 100 million souls, 40 million essence, and almost 300 shards. We did also get a gold case key from our reclaim. So let's go ahead and open it. Hopefully we can get like a chat color out of here, dude. Chat color sell for so much credits. And we got a sword that is like a backpack. Okay, we don't really need it. Now let's open all of our pet boxes, booster boxes, and also our mythical pet boxes. Okay, we also got a ton of crystal boxes. Let's open all of these. Let's also go ahead and create our guild. We actually have a full roster of 10 people who are all grinders that I've played with from previous maps and all of that. And I do actually want to start by immediately going ahead and creating a shop for books of experience. We're gonna go ahead and buy them for souls and essence as well. We're buying them for 1 mil souls each and also 500k essence as well. We're gonna go ahead and raise this in just a little bit, but since it's SOTW, this is a really good price. So let me do /zone go and immediately begin farming the chickens. We actually get 4 perk rolls, so let me go ahead and begin rolling. Hopefully you can get a good perk. We got attack 4, shards 5, critical 3, and then essential 4. That kind of is atrocious. It gives us 40% souls. Yeah, we do not need that. We're definitely going to get more perks in just a little bit and begin rolling our perk. I do want to immediately go ahead and also upgrade our tool. I'm going to dump the whole 100 million souls into upgrading our soul greed. There we have it. Now we don't actually unlock enhancer until level 10. So I'm going to go ahead, continue hitting mobs, and I'm going to cut back once we hit sword level 10. I know I said I was going to cut back at sword level 10, but we are now actually at 21k money. We can do /zone max and go to the rabbits. Now the reason why I wanted to do this instead of just directly upgrading my sword to where we deal more damage is actually because I'm trying to do the wooden sword method. Now if you guys don't know what the wooden sword method is, basically you deal low damage on high HP mobs to where you're just basically hitting the mobs 24/7, and you can do /zone T to see when the mobs will respawn. When the mobs respawn, you will no longer be hitting a mob. So right now I can basically go AFK for 28 minutes and I can just do whatever I want, come back before the timer resets, go on a new mob, and then I can just repeat this process over and over again. And while you're swinging at a mob, each swing you do, you actually get a ton of tool XP. So for the next 28 minutes, we're going to be efficiently grinding sword levels. That's what the wooden sword method is. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut back once I'm level 10. There we have it. We are finally level 10. This Loki took a little bit, 8,800 swings. So let me immediately go ahead and right click our tool and upgrade our essence greed, because we just went ahead and unlocked that. 295 levels for almost 250 million, and at 4 hour essence enchant we unlocked the enhancer enchant. So I'm gonna go ahead and get 36 levels of that. There we go. And at 4 hour crystals, I actually applied, I think it was an 82% success chance for this 54% enhancer boost. We do have a 73%, but it's only a 38% chance of it actually getting applied. So I'm gonna wait until I get dust, get it to 100% chance in order to go ahead and replace the enhancer crystal. But that is that for the upgrades. We should now be making a lot of essence and a little bit more tool XP, so we will definitely take that. Now I do actually want to open some loot boxes, so let me do /store, go to the loot boxes, and I'm gonna purchase 3. It's for 2,700 credits. There we go. And now let's also do /store, and not forget, go ahead and buy ourselves the cookie. There we go. Now the cookie is a 24-hour buff. We have a 5% chance to get an extra sword level or a pet level, 2x final items from the loot boxes, 5% chance to not use a pet trait, normal pet stat, special pet stat, or a perk ticket. There's also a 10% chance when you are rolling a perk, you get 2 times the pity. 10% chance to get 2x rewards from the rainbow enchant. 10% chance to get 2x rewards from my boss. 15% chance to count 2 times the procs for the enchant masteries, and the +1 swing on the AFK mob. Now, if you guys did not see the showcase video that I uploaded yesterday, make sure you do go ahead and check it out, because I went in depth on everything that was added in this dungeon season. But yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's right click the cookie. There we go. Now we have the buffs for 1 day. I'm going to begin by opening 1 Star of the World loot box at a time. I don't know why that one didn't place, but here we go. We only have 3. Now from here, we need to try to win the set. The set is like basically the only thing we need. plus the lucky block ability. If we can get those two, I am happy. Those are literally the only two things that we need. From the first crate, we got auto fighter time. That is actually so atrocious. It is for 15 minutes. I guess we can add that to our shop. But here we go. Second crate, we need to set lucky block ability. If we get either of those, I am happy. Because if we do slash armor and have a look, this set gives us souls and sword XP. So we just got a money booster, some soul pouches, and we got 5 enchanted pet boxes. That is kind of atrocious, I'm not gonna lie. Here we go. Hopefully third time's the charm. We really need to try to get something good. We got 5 more enchanted pet boxes. We just got absolutely rinsed, dude. I guess it's fine. Now I actually want to spend the rest of our credits on purchasing some perks. I did roll a little bit. We got to banker 2. I think it was one more roll. We got banker 2. Now that is not that bad, but it's not what we need. I'm going to actually buy 50 more perks for 4,000 credits. And I hope we can try to pull either universal or master. We need something with attack speed like badly. Either master 4 or 5 or universal 3 and above. Now we only have 50 perks, so I don't really know. Even if we get godly 4 or 5, I will take that. Honestly, even magnet 4 or 5, I will take. We only have 50 rolls, we can't be too greedy. But here we go, let's begin rolling. I'm only going to read the reds that we get. We got demon 1. That is kind of unfortunate. Let's continue rolling. We got banker 1 this time. We got fortune 3. Hold on. We got 100% money, 100% shards, 150% souls, and essence. That is low-key not bad. Now, I was hoping for like godly 4 or 5, but we're just going to go ahead and re-roll. That might have been a dumb re-roll, but bro, we don't actually need that. We got banker 5. Dude, if this was the season before the last season, banker 5 would give us a 20% attack speed, but they went ahead and removed it. Now, banker 5 is quite useless. We still have 22 rolls to get something good. We got banker 4. Yeah, no thank you on that. Banker 1. And our final perk, we got attack perk 1. That is kind of atrocious, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Well. It has been like a good 7 hours since the last clip. Now I'm looking kind of upset because I just finished my video. I was getting ready to go ahead and edit. I got to like the 7-minute mark, which is the part we are now. And every other clip after the last clip had no audio. For some reason, OBS was no longer detecting my microphone, so it had legit no audio. I'm gonna go ahead, put a picture on the screen. Now this is actually kind of funny because like a month ago or something like that, I had a similar incident happen. Someone in the comment section said it's not a slacker video if the footage doesn't go corrupt somehow. Dude, that is so facts though. But yeah, from the picture, you guys can see it was like around 6 hours worth of grinding and update clips here and there. So I guess we'll just do one big update for everything that we've done. So as you guys obviously saw, we bought the soul set. We also upgraded our tool a ton. We max upgraded our speed enchant, our soul greed, critical, key finder, essence greed, soul magnet as well. And then we got a rage to level 60. Now for our essence enchants, we maxed out our enhancer. Then we upgraded second hand to level 4200. And then we also applied the enhancer crystal and the soul magnet crystal as well. Now these aren't really good percentages, but I definitely will go ahead and upgrade by the next episode. Now we did unlock the second slot because we are now actually to level 55. So that was one of the big accomplishments that we went ahead and reached in today's episode. But I think now we've gone to the point where we have to actually begin rebirthing. If I right click my tool, go to the attributes, this is why we need to rebirth. At Rebirth 1, we will get a 5% boost towards our money, souls, essence, and tool XP. And I want to try to get to at least Rebirth 5 in today's episode, where we get a 20% damage and enchant, and then a 25% money, souls, essence, and tool XP as well, which is really good. So let's go ahead and begin grinding. But actually, before I do that, let me upgrade my rage enchant. We can go ahead and max it out for 8.7 billion. There we go. And then we don't unlock a new enchant until sword level 75. And with the remainder of our 200 million essence, I'm going to upgrade our rocket enchant, get 2,000 levels of that. There we go. Now that should give us a little bit of a money boost. And now it is time for us to begin grinding. Let me actually go to our macros, enable zone max and sword max as well, just so it is easy for us to go ahead and actually rebirth. We're going to go ahead and upgrade our sword really quickly so we're dealing a lot more damage. Oh, and before I forget, let me actually do slash aura. Let me unequip the essence aura and the soul aura, and let's equip the money and the damage aura. And let's also do slash boost backpack, equip our money booster and our damage booster. Now we should be making a lot more money every single kill we get. Now I'm going to lock in go ahead and get to Rebirth 1, and then I'll cut back for when we can Rebirth. Okay, there we go. We just got to 100% on Rebirth 1. So let me do /Rebirth. Go ahead and Rebirth to the first Rebirth. And there we have it. Okay, so this is the complete next day since the last clip. And we have done so much grinding. And we were also on the AFK mob as well. But before I was on the AFK mob, I actually had like almost 2 hours of auto fighter time. So I was just using the auto fighter time. And then the auto fighter time took me to the AFK block. And now if you go ahead and look at the bottom of our screen, we're actually currently tool level 100. Now in the last clip, we were actually tool level 56. So we have gone around 44 levels since the last clip. Majority of it was through overnight, but that is still a ton of progress. Now if I go ahead and right click my tool and have a look at our soul enchants, we actually unlocked 2 new enchants. We unlocked essence magnet, which I already maxed out. I didn't want to lose any progress, so I just maxed this out when I unlocked it. And then we also unlocked the Thor enchant. Now the Thor enchant is actually a really good enchant because this is the first enchant we unlock where when it procs, it deals damage to every single mob in the zone, and eventually after many procs, we're gonna be killing every single mob in the zone. We're just gonna make a lot more money from it, and it's gonna make rebirthing a hell of a lot easier. And now for our essence enchants, we actually unlocked 2 new enchants, key magnet and also shard greed. Now these 2 enchants are actually really good, but I don't know if I should go ahead and upgrade shard greed because we don't have shard magnet yet. Shard greed isn't really that good unless we have shard magnet. And now key magnet is actually really good, and I might go ahead and dump the whole 1.1 billion essence into here just because we get a ton of keys from key magnet, and then we can go ahead and open the keys, get pet boxes, booster boxes, crystal boxes, and all of that, which are all necessary things that we actually need. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and put all 1.1 billion in here. There we go. It's now almost level 7k at a level 10,000 with a 20% activation chance, which is actually really good. And now we do actually have 128 billion souls as well, which I can max out the Thor enchant for only 25 billion. That is actually really cheap. We have a ton of currencies right now. There we go. That is now maxed out. And then we don't unlock any new enchants until level 125. Before I begin rebirthing to Rebirth 5, we actually have 2 tier 1 totem boxes that I do want to open. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't tell us what we got, but we just went ahead and opened it. Let's do /totems and have a look. We got a tier 1 pass totem and a tier 1 essence totem. That's kind of unfortunate. Low-key, they're not even that good of percentages, so I think I'm going to save my credits. I'm not going to get any totem slots right now, but I definitely will in like the next episode. Alright, but now I think it is time for me to lock in. I'm going to get to Rebirth 5 and then I'll cut back if something interesting happens in between that time or when I've reached Rebirth 5. Okay, I'm back, and I actually got to Rebirth 6 because if I did /milestones, go to the Rebirth milestones, we actually get 100 credits at Rebirth 6. So I'm like, why not just go ahead and get that extra Rebirth? It didn't even take that long. Let me actually do /armor, put our soul armor back on. There we go. And now if we go to our attributes and have a look, we are now getting a 20% damage and enchant, 25% money, souls, essence, and tool XP. So that is actually really good. That will help us out a ton. Now I definitely do want to like go to like Rebirth 10 or even Rebirth 15 to where we can get an extra 10% boost. But I'm going to do that in the next episode. I think with that being said, this is the perfect place to go ahead and call it for today's episode. If you guys like what you saw and do want to play for yourself, you can go ahead and join by using the IP slacker.enchantedmc.net. And if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below if you've not yet already. And while you're at it, hit that like button as well, just because it does help push out my videos. I had a blast recording today's episode, so you'll definitely see more from me here on EnchantedMC. If you don't want to miss out on my next upload, go ahead and turn on post notifications just so you're alerted. But until then, peace.